$1,255 per month from Social Security. Now that I've said that, I want to ask you a quick question. How would you feel if everybody who received Social Security got that same dollar amount every single month? Would you like that or not really? Do you think it would be fair? Well, believe it or not, this is a talking point that's out there right now, and there's two different ways that they would structure this, and exactly why I want to bring it to your attention, because of one of them, I believe, is actually a really good idea, and I do agree with it. The other one, I think, no, it's not such a good idea. I don't love that, but I'm going to break them both down for you here in this video. Let's jump into the details. First off, can I ask a huge favor of you? Will you make sure to like the video with the big thumbs up button right down below? Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Also, as long as you're down there, please make sure to subscribe to the channel as well if you have not done so yet. Thank you. Really appreciate your support, and let's talk through the details about this. All right, so there's a lot of mixed opinions here, and again, like I said, this is a talking point. There's a couple different iterations about this, but this is an interesting point that I've been reading about, and again, this would be very, very beneficial to some beneficiaries and not so beneficial to others, but I'll break it all down. And like I said, there's two different iterations of how they would want to structure this. One of them, I agree, would actually be a really, really, really good idea, in my opinion. The other one, I feel like that, I don't know, that would probably disappoint a lot of beneficiaries and probably really agitate a lot of people in a massive way for not really any good purpose. But anyway, let me share with you the details and exactly where this number comes from. So quickly, let me share with you this $1,255 right now and what this means, as by the way, this adjusts every single year. This $1,255 a month is the federal poverty line, okay? So the federal poverty line is $15,060 for the entire year. For a household of one, divided out on a monthly basis, is $1,255. That's where that number is derived from, okay? But here's the first iteration, and this is the one that I agree with, and then I'll tell you the one that I don't really agree with, but this is a talking point that's out there. All right, so some people have come out and suggested, hey, Social Security is supposed to be an anti-poverty program. People that are relying on this, seniors, people with disabilities, these individuals that are receiving this fixed income benefit, is supposed to be an anti-poverty program. In other words, it's supposed to be helping people basically live through their retirement and basically not fall into poverty, right? Basically get this this income that has been essentially not promised, but kind of promised in a way, as you've been paying through Social Security payroll taxes your entire life. And then this program is supposed to be there for you through your entire retirement to help you with basically a financial stability or financial floor, so that you don't, essentially fall into poverty. That's kind of what the program is for, right? But at the end of the day, there's more to it than that, but that's kind of the overall structure that some people are suggesting, is that right now there's a number of people. In fact, there's about 11 million seniors that are out there right now that are living in poverty who receive Social Security. 11 million. It's actually a little bit less than that. It's about 10.7, but I mean, seriously, it's about 11 million people, seniors only, right? But as of right now, across the entire country, there's about 40 million people living in poverty as we speak right now, today, right? That's a lot of people. But anyway, so some people have suggested we should establish a minimum benefit floor in Social Security at the federal poverty line of $1,255 right now for this year, okay? So that's what that would be established as. And again, just basically saying, hey, we're going to lift benefits for anybody under this threshold of basically the federal poverty line. We're going to lift the benefit up to the federal poverty line, no less than, but you have to get at least the federal poverty line benefit. So there's this essentially the floor in the benefit. Would you agree with that? Now, here's the thing. I say not a bad idea, right? That's actually a pretty good idea. But where's the money going to come from? Well, that's a whole nother topic in and of itself. But basically what they want to do is take it from higher income beneficiaries and basically shuffle that money over to lower income beneficiaries. And by the way, there's multiple different strategies on how they would want to approach that. But that's one of the ways that they'd want to do it. But anyway, okay, so that's iteration number one, is establishing a minimum floor in monthly benefits, which, by the way, there is a minimum floor in benefits right now, which is about $50. $50 will get you nothing. Just saying, okay? That's basically zero. You might as well call it zero because that's basically what it is. That's nothing, okay? But anyway, so that'd be a huge win for a lot of beneficiaries, and that'd be a huge political win as well for anybody that comes out and says, hey, why don't we do this? This would be a huge win for seniors, people with disabilities. This would be massive for a lot of people that rely on these benefits, and really, really good stuff. So that's the one I agree with. That's pretty good. That'd be really, really beneficial for a lot of people. I know a lot of you here in this community receive benefits well below this $1,255 a month. I know that because I've seen the comments down below. So this would be life-changing for a lot of people. Now, Let me share with you the other iteration. The other iteration of this is, let's flatten out benefits for everybody at the federal poverty line of $12.55 a month, okay? Everybody. So whether somebody's getting currently a $600 monthly benefit, whether they're getting $1,000 right now, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, nearly $5,000 a month, whatever it happens to be, some people have suggested, why don't we just flatten out the benefit? We basically turn Social Security into a guaranteed basic income program, because that's essentially what it would turn into. And then we send out everybody just a flat Social Security, federal poverty line benefit amount every single month of right now being $12.55. Okay, do you agree with that one? If you agree with that, that's totally fine. You can. I'm just saying this much. I don't like this proposal. I don't like this one at all. First off, think about anybody getting over $12.55 that's relying on that money. Do you think they'd be a little bit irritated if all of a sudden one day they got this idea and they heard that maybe their benefits are going to be reduced down to the federal poverty line? I think they'd be pretty upset, right? However, anybody receiving a benefit below that amount would probably feel, hey, I just won the lottery. This is awesome, right? This is really, really good. So no matter how you cut it, people that receive a benefit below the federal poverty line would win from either of these proposals, right? Below the federal poverty line, below that $12.55 a month, anybody below that would be getting basically a huge win on this. However, anybody above this amount from a monthly benefit standpoint, and if they were to implement iteration number 2 here, then yes, this would be very, very kind of detrimental to their monthly benefit. Let's just say that much, right? However, what would be the positive behind doing iteration number 2? It would expand insolvency for the program basically indefinitely, right? Think of how much extra money that they would have if they weren't sending out $4,000 monthly payments, $3,000, $2,000, $1,500 monthly payments to millions and millions and millions of people, right? If they just sent out a flat $12.55 per month to everybody, the amount of money that they'd be sending out versus what they would be bringing in would be a massive difference. Insolvency would never be an issue again. That would not be a problem whatsoever at all. But again, here's the problem. A lot of people would be really struggling financially that are relying on these benefits that may be getting anything over this amount. They'd be struggling financially, okay? So that's kind of the major problem with that as well. I don't like iteration number 2, but that's, again, something I've been reading about. Now, a couple other things I want to point out quickly. The federal poverty line does adjust every year. The last couple of years here, it's been adjusting anywhere between about 3% and about 5.5%. So again, the federal poverty line does adjust every year, and that's what we need to take into consideration as well. By the way, right now in 2020 or for 2025, we don't know what the federal poverty line is going to be yet for 2025, but that will be adjusting as well. Okay, so it does adjust a little bit. Let's just say it increases by 3%, right? A 3% increase on, say, $15,000 would be $450 about. So the federal poverty line would be about, what is that? About $15,000, about $510, give or take a little bit. Again, my math is, kind of just rounding here a little bit, but about $15,500 would be the new federal poverty line. What is that on a monthly basis? Honestly, I'm not really sure, right? What is that? I don't know. Yeah, it's like $38 a month more, something like that. 35 bucks more a month, something like that. It's very minimal. It would not be that much more. It's what that would translate into roughly if it turned into be a 3% increase to the federal poverty line. Does that kind of make sense? So anyway, so I want to share this with you. Again, as always, no, this has not been implemented yet, but like I said before in other videos, I'm not sure about you. I want to watch all angles as far as what they may be introducing or what they may want to do to change or reform or adjust Social Security in any way, shape, or form. I want to know those details because, like I said, I'm not sure about you, but something's going to be happening. Something will be coming in to reform Social Security at some point. We don't know what that's going to be yet. That's the scary part. We don't know what the lawmakers have up their sleeve. So I'm watching all angles here, and this is just one of them that's out there. I do like iteration 1. Don't like iteration number 2. Not a fan whatsoever. But the first one, I like it. Yeah, let's boost benefits up to at least a federal poverty line benefit. That'd be massive for a lot of people that rely on benefits that are getting something below that threshold. It'd be really nice for a lot of people. It'd be a massive increase pretty much overnight. So anyway, I'll keep you posted on this. If we get any further traction on this or anything like that, of course, I'll bring it to your attention. But like I said, no, this has not been implemented yet, but some of the things that are being discussed, okay? Just want to bring that to you so you know what's going on here. Anyway, I hope this helps you. Again, please subscribe down below, totally free to do so. Subscribe button. Otherwise, hit the like button, the thumbs up button right down below. Again, thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Otherwise, share the video with your friends on my social media. Check out the other videos here on the channel, the thousands in the video library, the ones I've hand selected for you down below in the description or the top of the comment section. And right now, popping up your screen as well, you'll see some videos there. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Enjoy your day. Take your selection now, and I'll see you again in just a minute in the next video.